Americans support liberty in Cuba, but our government and media obviously do not. From the Daily Caller, Representative Jim Jordan, quote, protesters in Cuba seem to love the American flag more than some of our Olympic athletes, close quote, referring to you know who from a few weeks ago. And many other influencers tweeted about the Cuban citizens marching against the communism that has strangled their liberty and prosperity for 62 years. Clay Travis said Cubans are protesting communism in their country by waving the United States flag in their streets. Don't tell Colin Kaepernick, tweeting the video showing Cuban protesters waving an American flag, the symbol of freedom around the world, except apparently for many on the left in the United States of America. The most appalling thing we've seen is direct evidence that the American left, including those in the highest offices in the land, that the U.S. government doesn't support freedom for Cubans seeking to throw off the shackles of communism. Statements coming out of the government said silly things like they're protesting because of a lack of COVID vaccine, without calling out the devastating effects of communism and telling the Cuban government we stand with the citizens who want it gone. No one should be surprised that Bernie Sanders, AOC, Rashida Tlaib, and Ilhan Omar and the rest of the Democratic Socialists have not said a word to support the Cubans protesting. And it's confirming to what average Americans have been saying about them. They hate America and are intent on destroying it. Nor should we be surprised that the corporate media in America supports the communist government. The New York Times reported that protesters were shouting anti-government slogans like freedom. If you aren't convinced by that, the media in America is the enemy of the people, nothing will convince you. God bless these men and women standing up to demand a return of their liberty in Cuba. Let us pray America stands up for them too. But since those in power are not fond of our liberty, I wouldn't hold my breath.